Jamey Chadwell. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning, Mark.
Bucks moved to 3-0 in the conference, 6-1 overall. Both polls in the top 25. Congratulations on that, following the win over Gardner Webb. And a pretty exciting home game on Saturday with Coastal Carolina visiting CSU. If you can open up, talk about the victory over Gardner Webb, your third straight game, allowing an opponent under 150 yards, I believe, and just how well the team's been playing as of late. Then we'll start taking questions and talk about the shot.
Well, I thought it was our most complete game. We've not had a lot of success in Bowling Springs. Only won one time there in the last 15 years, I believe it was 2005, and wanted to really try to get that monkey off our back. And we started off really well. I thought our quarterback played well and really got the receivers involved in the game. And then our defense was phenomenal again to be able to do that 3 weeks in a row under 150 yards. They just really shut them down. It was pretty impressive, and thought we played with a great sense of urgency. Everybody's been talking about this game this week, I think, for a couple weeks, and I thought our team showed a lot of maturity of just playing at the game in hand and going up there and taking care of the business that we want to take care of, and just pleased with that. Just really how we handled that trip. We obviously have a big game this week. We're glad to be back home at Charleston. Obviously, you don't get an opportunity to host the #1 team in the country very much. This is a first for us, and we're looking forward to that. Obviously, being the conference game in first place in the conference, that's the most important thing, and something that we're excited that our community, our university gets to experience and be on Halloween, 7 o'clock, be on TV. We don't get that often here, so we're going to enjoy the week of it and just relish the opportunity to have a chance to go hopefully get a victory.
All right, Coach, at this time we'll start taking questions for Charleston Southern head coach Jamey Chadwell. To ask a question, please press *1 on your phone at any time, or click the Q&A link near the top of your browser and click raise hand if you join us via the web. And Coach, before we go into questions, just talk about how well Austin Brown played. I know career high 3 TD passes, 202 yards, just how he's been coming on as of late.
Well, Gardner Webb's got a really good defense, and they make it tough on you to run the football. And so we knew we would have to, try to maybe open the game up a little differently than we normally do with our offense. And he was definitely up to the challenge. He played really well, took care of the ball, made some nice throws. You mentioned the 3 touchdown passes. He was on par, especially on third down, and really did a good job of getting us in situations to make some positive plays. And for the last 3 or 4 games since the second half of Citadel, we struggled a little bit versus PC. That was due a lot to what PC does defensively. He's played really well and has come on each and every week. And I think finally is taken hold of hey, this is my team. Sometimes that's the natural thing you want quarterbacks to be. This is their team, and some guys just aren't as comfortable with that. And he's really, I think, taken that in stride now, being in his second year, and the guys are looking toward him for that, and he's raised his game. So he continues to play at the level he is. We obviously like our chances going forward because it makes us dynamic, and it makes us very balanced. We obviously like to run the football, but when we can throw it for the efficiency that we did and for the yardage and the touchdowns that we have, I mean, we're tough to stop on offense.
All right, at this time we'll move to questions for you, Coach. And the first question is for you from Ryan Young of the Sun News.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Give me a sense for what the build-up to this game is like and what kind of atmosphere you're expecting Saturday night.
Well, you guys are obviously used to big games. We're not as much, but everybody's been, I guess, trying to foresee because we've been winning and thinking this was going to be a big matchup. And so everybody around here, I think for the last couple of weeks has been looking forward to it. Not our team per se because, obviously each week is important. But for us and our school to be able to, it's a rival anyway, but them being #1, first place on the line, Halloween night, TV, there's a lot of excitement on our community, in our campus, but really just around here in the Low Country. It works out. Most of the teams here in the state are playing early games, so we're going to be sure to be the only show that night. So we expect a great crowd. Obviously, probably more than we can hold. I think we're going to bring in additional stands for the game, and that'll be good. But I expect it to be a great FCS college atmosphere, and I know our people here have been looking forward just to the opportunity to host and really to showcase what our university and the improvements they've made, especially in our football program.
What would a win over a number 1 ranked team mean for your program at this point?
Well, I think more than anything, it would just be we'd be number 1 in the conference, and be 4-0. That's more so our thought, no matter where they're ranked or whatever. It's, hey, you win this game, you control your destiny. You have the opportunity to be the conference champion. You lose this game, then you're hoping something else happens. And so that would be, I think, be more than anything. Now, as far as beating the number 1 team nationally, the recognition that Charleston Southern will get, because I think people know us around this area, but maybe not as much in the national, from FCS, the national view. That would go a long way toward hopefully giving us more validity in our program of where we're trying to go and what we've done over the last 3 years here as a program. And so when you do that, people know, everybody in the country knows who Coastal Carolina is. Nobody hardly knows Charleston Southern. Maybe a win over a number 1 team, people start taking more notice. They are a good program, and not just a good team, a good program.
And of course, 2 years ago, Coastal hasn't forgotten what happened down there 2 years ago. How much have you used that game with your guys, or brought it up, or will bring it up this week?
Zero. I think you try to learn from all your experiences, whether they were good or bad. But it's always a new team. It's a different mindset. It's a different chemistry. We obviously can have confidence knowing that we've won here versus them. But that's all it is. I mean, we've got mostly different players. They've got obviously some different players. So it's really more about these teams this year, no matter what their ranking is, whether they're 1-6 or 7, number 1 or not. It's just more about this year's team and what we have to do to get ourselves ready to play them, and that game won't matter. Because the main thing we got to focus on, we got to play really well to give us a chance to try to win and beat a team with our caliber.
What's Copeland's status for this week?
He was a game time decision last week and just didn't do well in warm up, so we withheld him. We feel he should be 100% by Saturday. He's not 100% right now. He's probably, if I had to say, he's probably 85% as far as being able to go out there and function in a way that could be play at a high level. He's not ready for that. We're hoping by Saturday he will be. We anticipate, unless there's something that happens this week, that he will be 100% full go for Saturday.
Was that me? I forget what his injury was.
He had a concussion.
Concussion, okay.
Had a concussion.
Last one for me. You're playing such great defense, and Coastal's had their 2 lowest scoring outputs the last 2 weeks. What do you see on some of their offense that you think fits well with what you're doing defensively right now?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that fits well. I like our guys that we hustle. We're going to be sound, and we're going to make people earn it. I know they've had their 2 lowest scoring, but I think that's more so just that. Sometimes you make some plays when they're there, and other times you don't make them. And when you don't make them, sometimes you get behind the chains, you get behind the sticks and different things, and it just makes it a little tougher on us. They still obviously have the chance to explode on you anytime with the skill they have at running back, the receivers, and obviously the quarterback. So this will be by far the best offensive team that we've played over this last run that we've had as far as our defense. And so they have the people that they try to get you one-on-one, and they make the play that can hurt you. So we try not to look too much into what other people have done as far as, are they struggling this or that. People match up different versus each other. We might match up better versus a certain team than other people because of what we do. And Coastal has given us problems in the past with certain things they do. So that's really been more our focus of how they're going to attack us.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan. And Coach, I'm not seeing any more questions for you, so we will go ahead and let you go. Appreciate